Hi, I'm Mike McLean, and this is the big one, the grand final of the sporting events of the year. 30 of Britain's top sporting families has finally been whittled down to just 2. And any minute now, both these families will burst through these famous red and blue doors here to do battle in the House of Games sporting arena. 5 extraordinary events stand between them and immortality, as the winners today will be officially crowned House of Games champions 2004. So forget about the Olympics and Euro 2004 and prepare to perch yourselves on the edge of your seat for a sporting competition that will end all sporting competitions. I say, and I'm proud to say, let trumpets sound. First from the Essex suburb that will soon be birthplace of the first ever House of Games finalists from Chigwell, it's the Nobles. Their opposing finalists come from the Midland City that will blue plaque their house if they win today. From Leicester, it's the Westons. Now don't forget, both families have come through tests of athleticism, pride and sheer determination in order to be here. So let's remind ourselves of how they got to the final.
On this monumental day, the first of our grand finalists are the Noble family from Lupton in Essex. The Nobles were led to glory by crusading mum Tanya, and that lady doesn't like to lose.
She says just as long as we do our best it doesn't matter, but that's not true.
During the heats they won their first 2 events in style, but came to grief in the pool, losing the synchronised swimming.
That's alright, we'll come back.
And the vacuum cleaner fencing.
Tanya, your mum is not going to be happy at all. You've lost the lead.
But they bounced back to win the rolling pin relay with a season's best time of 1 minute 47 seconds.
Go and get your gold medals!
But Tanya is convinced her family will do even better in the final.
I'm really confident that every member of this family will do their utmost. I reckon we'll be fantastic.
Their foes in the final are the Westons from Lutterworth.
Lutterworth, the toughest town in the Midlands.
Winning the House of Games final has become an obsession for the Westons.
To win the House of Games means quite a lot. I think we'll do quite well. I think we'll come first, definitely.
The family struggled in their heat, winning only 1 event.
The red competitor Ross is the winner.
But Dad Mark's grit and determination in the weightlifting kept it close.
Good lift.
And he's been training for a win in the final.
Weightlifting beer barrels in the cellar, crates of bottles of beer.
They came from behind in the relay to secure a second best time of 1 minute 53 seconds.
You really did pull it out of that bag, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Yeah.
And it's this never say die attitude that they hope will win them the House of Games.
All the family are quite confident about how well we're going to do.
It's going to be a tough one, but I'm confident.
The Nobles, the Westons. There can be only one winner in the House of Games.
Well, here it is, the big finale. Remember, only one team can walk away with that coveted title, House of Games champions 2004. The other team, well, they'll get nothing. They're both in the house now with Lucy R. Smith, our fitness expert, just getting them mentally prepared. And while they do that, here's a man that has been, well, like a granddad to me throughout the series. It is, of course, the commentary god, Mr. Sid Waddell. Sid, what wise words have you got for them today?
Looking back in history, the only parallel for this colossal event is Caesar's invasion of Gaul. The night before he whacked Vercingetorix, their top general, he said to the lads, put on the pizzas for a minute. Put your shields down, stop polishing, and remember these words, Veni, Vidi, Vici, which being translated means you're getting out for coming second.
Wise words there from my granddad Sid and that Caesar guy.
Great events call for great deeds. A marathon not greater than 26 laps of the table, featuring Mark in the blue, Samantha in the red, looking terrified, Holly in the blue, and a man who won this event previously, Matt Noble. Game on. Matt Noble once again trapping like a whippet. 2 goes at the back as the 2 dads take it out. Mark Weston is behind Matt, but Matt already trying to overtake the 2 girls. Couple of laps to go before he takes drinks. and he takes drinks like W.C. Fields. Lovely left-hand pickup, lovely drain, no mess and no dribbling. All the rest of the field down as he does 1 lap, 2 laps. Oh, it's a showboated. He's 2.5 behind Mark Weston in the blue. The girls trying to break it up just like Olympic athletes, trying to cramp the style of the leaders. Only one winner in this for me as the fans go ballistic in at 16 laps. Again, drains it in 1. Woo, if I was drinking like that while I'm commentating, I'd collapse. I wonder if Cram and Ovette in their prime could drink the stuff of life like Matt going for the Nobles. Mark Weston sits down, the girls sit down, Mark Weston's back in, the girls are out of it. They're just slurping to ease their bodies. There's only one winner here, 2 laps ahead, and on his last drink break, it's Matt Noble. Only one guy going to live with him is Mark Weston. Matt Noble is actually pinching his nose, flops there, an easy winner. Weston still needs a drink, and you see now wasting energy. He's going 15 feet back to that table instead of the 5 feet that Matt, with the city first, is doing. The girls look as though they are out practicing their first ever night in Blackpool before a hen party. His legs are tying up Mark Weston. He's now finished, says our judge. He'll flop and they will share the silver paper. And these 2 lassies looking like kids at a birthday party compared to their leaders. Your left arm in, your left arm out, shake it all about. Leap on at the end. No doubt about the final point. For me, the moment of fun was when the girls said, forget this, let's just fool about. The Nobles lead our final 3. The Westons 1. In Sherwood Forest, Robert Ode would have sent out in front of a crowd of thousands, made Marion, Ted Chuck, Cordyline Australis, Fatia Japonica and Hardy Lily. Today, we've got our inspirational mums, Dawn Weston and Tanya Noble. You can smell the tension in the air.
Red competitor Tanya, chalk up and select your first pot.
Talking up. The talented Tanya, a competitor.
Red competitor Tanya, prepare to toss your first pot.
Fatia Japonica. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the missile. Level with the front of me shed. On replay, we see clearly the pot at the deck over the 4 meters line. 4 meters, 09. Dawn will after a break. Suddenly, the fans enwrapped. The blue fans urge her on. She's there, lads. Looking to go over 4 meters as well. It might be just over. Oh, I'm not sure. Look at where the measure, how tight this is. She got an enormous amount of forward drive on that, and maybe lacked elevation. Snidged ahead. Oh, split millimeters in this one. It's a belter. Bit of the final, remember? No legs out of the plastic circle. We run a tight game here. Very hard to see from this angle where that landed. Has Tanya picked up points? Is it beaten 4-10-ish? It's not. It's not. Chance then for Dawn. The Blues go ballistic. I think it's a good idea maybe to put a bit of angle on it towards me shed. She took me advice. Telepathic commentating from Sydney Waddell. She changed her angle so the boys could see a clean hit. Adds .02. This is fantastic.
Red competitor Tanya, prepare to toss your final pot.
And it's a Hardy Lily. She's got to get a lot of elevation. She's whippy and wiry. She's got strength, but it's got to fly high. And the big thing, there was a last-minute twist of the pot.
that I think might have done it. Watch the pot spin before Henry. It's where the end hits. I think that's the winner. 4:27. That's her best.
Blue competitor Dawn, prepare to toss your final pot.
So Dawn with a Hardy Lily has got to really improve. It's a very, very, very tight call. I would like to give it. Lovely height, lovely angle of Henry.
Blue competitor Dawn tossed her final pot, 4 metres 50.
Well,
and is there
in the middle of all that debris, she got the bottom of the orange pot through. Meaning the Nobles 3, the Westerns 4. Game on.
Dawn, you've taken the lead back for the Westerns.
Fantastic.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you got 451. That is amazing. That is amazing. Come on, talk me through it.
Well, I lost last time. So
You
I was
did lose the
determined,
last time, yeah.
Full of determination that I was going to be the champion tosser.
You are a champion tosser. Those are your words. They're not mine, I'll be honest with you.
Samantha looks tense. Ross looks focused. Jordan looks focused. This girl, Holly, looks terrified out of her wits.
Contenders, take your marks in the pool.
Take their marks, but not as jolly as kids in Ibiza. It's freezing in there! Ooh, that's showing who's concentrated.
Get set.
Here we go. Off they go! Samantha in lane 1, Ross in 2, Jordan in 3, Holly in 4. And straight away Ross, he's doing it in a length and a half. He's a big lad. And he's easy miles ahead of everybody. The two reds, though, are looking good for some action. In one, Sam's already very tired. Ross hurled himself down in no more than 2 strokes. It's only backstroke here. This amazing lunge takes him to the winning post. The double touch. How Samantha got there, I don't know. But all the points are in lanes 1 and 2. I noticed after that lovely swoop, an odd bum note by Ross.
Second place went to red in lane 1.
Gasp, gasp.
But in first place, a splendid swim, blue lane 2.
That's right. Swooping in, plunging. 4 to the Nobles, 7 out of the Westerns.
Well, it may be cold in there, but it's still hot in this arena. And this is what's still to come on today's unbearably tense grand final. Dads Matt and Mark stand up to be counted as they face the tension and the pain of washing up weightlifting. There is nowhere else to be. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, and as the sun sets over the House of Games sporting arena, I feel the hand of history on my shoulder as 2 families are battling it out to be crowned the House of Games champions 2004. After 3 events, the Noble family in red have got 4 points, and the Western family in blue have got 7 points.
Outfitted now, Stadio West! British bodybuilding champion Sarah Bridges is here for the penultimate event.
Strong lads, off we go. Anyway.
Matt Noble looks the part, but he's the novice. Mark Weston has been here before and been brilliant.
You're feeling nice and strong? Final event. Best of luck to the 2 teams, red and blue. Red teams like to come first. Do you chalk up as well, please?
Mark's a keen athlete. With rugby medals, he's 6'2" and 15 stone.
Okay, all yours. Think about it.
Ready for full lock.
1, 2, 3. Good lift.
Just reminding you, it's 20 dinner plates on there. Chicken feed for what might happen later. 2 attempts at each weight.
1, 2, 3.
Mark's lighter but shorter. Full of determination. Level game.
On. We'll have some side plates.
And a bit more than that, because it's 20 dinner now, 6 fish and 9 side plates. This should get the old elbows wobbling.
Focus on this one. Come on.
Matt, no, but oh, bit of sideways wobble. Went up very quickly, but I think she'll give that as a clean one.
Good lift.
She does.
Good. Same view, Blue.
Here he goes. It's exactly the same.
Oh, yes.
Mark. Easy to the chin.
1, 2.
Easy up.
3. Good lift. It's getting heavier. Some saucers.
Ooh, she is a desperate task mistress. 30 dinner plates, 6 fish plates, 9 side plates, and 20 saucers.
Okay. Come on, red team.
Okay, Matt's lift.
Even grip.
He has no wobble there, and he gets it straight up. Brilliant.
3. Good lift.
Even Sarah's impressed.
Same for you, Blue.
Now he's going to wobble here. I just know it. I just know he cannot get this to his chin, never mind above his head, without joint weakness coming in. Pure adrenaline now, all the way.
2, 3, good lift.
Fantastic by him now. 42 dinner plates, 16 fish plates, 18 side plates, and 28 saucers. Buckets and buckets.
Get bigger buckets.
Bigger buckets needed. Even the lad having trouble setting the lift up.
55, 55.
Well, this is surely got to be the breaking point.
Come on. Go on.
Slight drift to the right-hand side. Well, one arm's bigger than the other. Will she give it? She gives it as good. Right then. Westons desperately need points. He's a publican. He can roll massive barrels up and down stairs. He can't afford to roll out this barrel. Has to have no elbow wobble. Has to go higher now. No, the elbows were not locked. One more chance. Right arm letting him down. Final attempt by Mark Weston. Here he goes. He is suffering. He went back a foot with the effort, and he has not got those elbows anywhere near being above his ears. Victory to his opponents.
Fantastic attempt from both teams, but there's only one winner. That goes to the red team.
He lifted more crockery than Mark Weston that he got in Buckingham Palace. It's 7-7.
The very best of luck. We've never had this before. It's very tense, both on 7 points. It is time for the final, the legend that is the 4x4 rolling pin relay.
Top of the stairs, Holly and Jordan. Down below, Dawn and Tanya. Mark and Matt on the bikes. Ross and Sam by the pool. Game on! Off they go. Holly. And, oh, there's nothing in it. Red and blue. Turn at the same time. Red might just have it in the shape of Jordan. So off the quicker goes Tanya. Oh, Dawn's down. Tanya is not really pouncing on the opportunity. Dawn finally get a bucket straight. But Tanya's knees seem to be glued. Ultra competitive but uncoordinated. The men are fracturing outside. The tension's coming through in style. Dawn's style is like Long John Silver on a crutch. But she still held it in after a tumble. Incredible tension here. Incredible tension as the highly competitive Tanya Noble just leads to the window. Should have been to the window at least half a lap ahead of Dawn. There goes the pin to the highly muscled Matt. But his muscles are too big for the bike. He's having awful direction problems. In fact, Mark's catching him. Only about, 15 feet in it now. Brilliant speedway style cornering by Mark. It's getting tighter than it should be. A racing finish by Bud on the pad at the pool. This, anybody's match this. Couldn't call it me. Down to their kecks, their speedos. Matt in red is off the better. A pounces lunge. He's at least a length up. Length and a quarter. Oh, she dollied. She dollied, did Samantha. She wiped the stick too much. She could get caught. Ross catching her. Knocking over tables. Swirling past plants. She's on the stairs first. The last despairing dive. Well, if I was the ref with a microscope, I'd say it was a draw. Can't separate it. I can't.
Only 0.2 seconds between the teams. But in the end, the winners the Nobles.
The Nobles, the Reds, won it after a last-minute dive by Ross in the blue.
A very, very proud moment for the family.
Very. I thought Ross had it. I thought he was just going to take her at the end, and he's got long legs, hasn't he?
Unfortunately, I've got to send you out the back door, but you're going to go out the back door with your heads held high and the biggest round of applause ever for the Weston family. Off you go, the back doors. As they go to the back doors, it only remains for me to say, this is your ticket. You're going to Florida. But for now, please go and be crowned House of Games Champion 2004. Great show from everybody here. Goodbye.
The magnificent Nobles, mount the rostrum, and the secret of Sid's shed can now be revealed. She's here by royal appearance. They and you at home are not seeing things. Direct from Bookhouse, Boss Lizzie, aided by Boss Swimmer Lucy Arrowsmith, to present the champion sashes and trophy. Her Majesty stops to have a word with Matt, weightlifter extraordinaire. She gives him his sash and let him wallow in his triumph for those plates. Jolly good. Now little Jordan looking nervous after his great relay dash. Gets the royal seal of running approval. And a few words. Smiling Samantha doesn't know how to curtsy, but gives a lovely grin. Royally congratulated for being brilliant in the backstroke. Remembered all the names. Nice one, Liz. Finally, Tanya. Matriarch. Masha. Motivator of the Noble team. Gets her sash as we recall her fantastic plant tossing. I wonder if they plant toss at Bookhouse. Final handshakes. And Lucy passes the beautiful House of Games and Great Trophy to Her Majesty. Gives it to terrific Tanya. She lifts it high. And pride rings out in front of our two humble council houses. We got a winner. We got the boss lady here, so let's give her and our great sports massive honour. Thanks from Her Majesty. Thanks from the Nobles. Goodbye from Hissing Sids. What a competition as the trunks rise high in the sky. There is no eye here that is dry. Farewell from the House of Games 2004. It's proud to be a Brit on a night like this.